Hey everybody, my name is Fork, as you no doubt knew, and I would like to welcome you to Planetbase. This is a beta for about a week before the launch of this game. It's going to launch on the 16th of October, and it's by MacLeod. This is a space colonization simulator. You hop onto a planet, as we're about to do. There are these two here, which I have not achieved all of my milestones, so we can't go to them yet. We can go to a Class D planet here. You can name your base. We're gonna name it Biggle Buns. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and hop in. Now, different planets have different risks and different challenges associated with them. This one is pretty much just a basic planet, and you are in charge of a conglomeration, a gathering, an amalgamation, a bunch of frickin' space colonists who are wanting to do things. You know, there are workers, engineers, medics, scientists, stuff like that, as well as a fair amount of worker drones. And the whole object of the game is to not get hit by the many meteors and to create a colony. Eventually it opens up into trade and stuff like that, though I haven't really done much with it. I'm not sure if that's automated or if you actually get in depth with it. But here we go. The camera controls with the keyboard, kind of like an RTS. Q and E to rotate. You can't look around with the mouse, which is a little bit weird in my mind. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. There are a lot of things that you are gonna want to build. First off, you need to build an oxygen generator, because your base needs oxygen or you people can't breathe. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that you need to handle and get put together and really run. So for example, your oxygen generator needs water in order to do anything. You can't see it now because it's still being built, but if we come over here, we can grab a water extractor and then connect that. But we don't have any power, so we need to build a couple solar panels. You can build them large or small. I personally like to go ahead and just build a large solar panel right off the bat and get everything nice and connected so that the power runs straight to the oxygen generator. And once this connection is built and all of this is together, that'll start pumping oxygen throughout the base. Now, it can't populate the oxygen generator can't like fill up a whole big base on its own. So you need to build a few as you expand, and they'll each need their own water extractor. And power is, honestly, I feel like it's a great idea to just get power handled right off the bat. Now, we can't build the wind turbine yet because we need the solar panel. So as you build more and more structures, there's more and more things that you can do. And all of these guys, they'll do their own thing. But if you press tab, you can actually click on them and you can like see all sorts of information about them, like what they are, how they are, like is he hungry, thirsty, whatever, how happy they are. And you really need to not really micromanage, but you need to make sure everybody has things to fulfill whatever needs they want. You know, so it's a lot about making sure nobody goes crazy and nobody gets cabin fever, and it's also about progressing and making this a successful space colonization. There are hazards and stuff like that. As you can hear somewhere over there, we've had quite a few meteors that have landed, and those can and will hit your base. On top of that, you know, at night solar panels don't work, so you need to have a windmill in order to continue to get power overnight, or if it's cloudy or anything like that. There's a lot of detail going on here. This doesn't do anything. It just looks cool and as a reference. It's honestly, I find it very, very fun, and it's not the most relaxing thing, but it's, I don't know, there's this kind of relaxation to it. You kind of get in a groove and you just start playing, and it's really, really easy to get sucked into. I think the first time I played this, not counting the tutorial, the first time I just hopped into a game on my own, I spent, oh geez, maybe 3 hours just kind of going at it and putting things together. My people were like horribly not happy. They were not happy by any stretch of the imagination. Let's go ahead and toss a big one of these out here. There we go. So we can get some nice little bits of power going. We'll have a backup, and there we go. We also can get some other things that you can create. You can create a power collector. So if for whatever reason you need to shut these down, you've still got a backup. And I like to make it huge. I really do. And you don't need to connect it to everything like that either. I just prefer to. I'm pretty sure that the windmill would still direct power all the way around here to this if this weren't here. I just like to have everything connected because that's... I like it. It feels nice and complete to me. So there are a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need resources. So you can actually come here and you can straight up just boop, recycle that. So all of your resources are now on the ground and you get a little bit of bonus on top of whatever was in the hull. So they give you plenty of resources to start out with, but you do want to go ahead and build yourself a mine. Now mines need to be built into the side of a wall and everything needs to be built where it can be connected. So let's see, we've got a mine that somebody will eventually come over and build. Landing pad, once you're set and you feel comfortable, you can create a landing pad somewhere. We'll probably throw it over here, and other ships, other colonists will come and they'll trade and people will move in here. And you can store different people depending on, you've got a dorm and you've got a cabin. I'm not really 100% sure how the cabins work because I haven't made one. I usually just run a couple of meteors, sizable dorms. Alright, so as we can see, we don't have enough power running to our oxygen, so our guys are probably going to die. We didn't have power storage. There we go. That's what it was. This wasn't connected. It became night. So everything kind of went bad. We're not low on oxygen, but for some reason, these guys are not, okay. I don't actually know how to stop people from working. I don't really think there is a, geez, I've never run into this scenario before. Looks like I probably should have prioritized this. I should have built this first so that people could actually like get everything done. But it looks like people are gonna start dying soon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna speed up the game, and you can do all of this. You can do all of this through the keyboard, actually. But my buttons, the buttons to do it are bound to my buttons for recording and taking screenshots. So I can't really do it with the keyboard. So I have to use this. But it's just plus and minus on the keyboard. Numpad or the number row. There we go. It looks like everybody is fine. So we can slow that back down to normal. Except we ran out of power again. Why do we keep running out of power? And we also... So, here's something else. You need to furnish your places. So we need to give them some food. We need to give them places to sit. We need to give them water. And we need to give them entertainment. And it's all about, like, it's all about building a nice place to live in space. A home away from home. Away from home. Really. And pay no attention to how terribly I'm doing here. And if you're wondering, you press tab to handle all this. And we did not build... There's no wind right now. That's what's going on. So the windmill's not getting anything. We have no power. Everybody's going to die, essentially. What a terrible, terrible run. I should have probably started with a smaller one and then gotten the power collector first and a smaller one of these because they were so big, it took too long to build them. And I am quite simply not in a good place. So don't take your lessons from me. Now, that's... apart from that, like, it's all very in-depth. You need to create food, and each of the food things needs things, as you would expect. Like, you have to, like we did here, you have to build your own plants and stuff like that. And was it biologists, I think, are the people that, yeah, biologists tend to the plants, scientists and engineers tend to processing and medical. And I haven't had anybody go crazy yet, but the last game that I was running, people got pretty upset at me because I didn't give them anything to have fun in. And oh, thank God the wind has picked up. We can see our power generator is slowly starting to get stuff, so we narrowly escaped it. As you can see here, only one person can go through the airlock at a time. That guy's a jerk. He cut these people off. You're mean. What's your name? What's your freaking name, buddy? A.G. O'Donnell, my eyes on you, jerkwad. What a jerk. All right. So let's see. What are we missing? these are the dorms, so we need to give them some beds. We'll just throw a couple of beds down so that if people get tired, they can rest. They're gonna build a food generator here soon. Not a food generator, but I don't know, a vending machine of some sort, I guess. I don't know. I don't pay attention to how video games work. We're gonna go ahead and toss a food plant together, and we are going to give us one more airlock. This way, you know, we don't have people cutting in line and holding up the lines with there only being one way in and one way out. So everything will start to go nice and hunky-dory, and we had a rough first night, but we're making it. What I really like about this game is how in-depth everything is. It's not so complex and in-depth that you will never learn anything, no matter what you do, but it is very, very deep and very well done. Oh, we already had a food pad, so we're gonna recycle this one. We don't need that. We're gonna go ahead and just throw some food in. Like, see what I mean? Like, different foods have different things. So starchy foods, well, oh, gee, I don't remember. Starchy foods can be used for medical content, I believe, or something. These will give you more food, but they are harder to maintain. These just make people happy. And this one is used for medicine. I think starchy creates more food, but it's slower. There we go. And we can just throw all that together there, and now look at that. Wonderful. Plants also help with the creation of oxygen. So if you have enough trees, you can probably actually get away from an oxygen generator. I'd actually be pretty interested to see somebody who builds huge plants with just oxygen generators, or instead of oxygen generators, just trees. I think it'd be really interesting to see, because you could create an actual kind of internal ecosystem with that. And everybody, you guys got hungry pretty quick. A bunch of hungry little jerks. But hopefully, you need to get some water. And it's a little weird that you can't, like, I want to take this guy and go, get some water, buddy. But I can't. What we have to do instead is throw in another water fountain and hope that he's not the person who has to go and build it. It's pretty quick to learn, too. There's a nice tutorial that teaches you all of the basics. Like, I basically ran you through the tutorial just now. But it teaches you how things tie together, and it even teaches you the landing pad, which I'm always nervous about doing because I don't have enough space. I'm not... Like, only 4 people can sleep at a time. That's no good. That's awful. You know? It's no good. I really want to build the monolith, but I don't really have enough resources, and I don't actually think I have anybody working the mine. Your peeps can be injured as well, so say this guy, Jamie Holt, this lady maybe, I don't know. Say they're working in the mine, right? They can actually get injured in the mine. So what you want to do, or rather what you need to do, is you need to have a med bay. I like to have a big med bay. I would like to upgrade to it eventually. I prefer to have it actually connected to the mine, but because the generator's here, there isn't really anywhere for it to go. But here, we'll connect it to there. It just means that people have to go around like this. And now we've got our second airlock so people can get in. You're super thirsty. Come on, man. You're also super tired. Get some water. Get over there. Do it. You can press tab to show or hide the rubs. It's very, very cool. Do you have oxygen? Okay, it's stabilizing in there. Fantastic. Robots can also break down, so your engineers will need to handle that. Eventually, it just comes down to you build and you expand, and you get the landing pad, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And it's really awesome. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, and I'm excited to see how this game expands. Like I said, it launches on the 16th, so in about a week. I don't have any info on what price it's going to be when it comes out, but it's definitely something you should check out. If you enjoy city building games, then this is definitely going to be something for you to dig into. That is it for all the time that I have, though. That's it for this episode. So just take a look at everything that you can do and all of these things that I've got going on here. And if you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. But apart from that, be sure to check out the game. There's a link to its Steam Workshop. Not Steam Workshop, but its Steam page in the description below. So check it out. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Boo, 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 boo.